This is a message from the District Educational Oversight Committee. Please remain calm. This transmission concerns a developing pattern in regional substitute staffing. This is not a test. A substitute teacher, name unknown, has been reported in over 600 schools across 3 counties since 1965. We do not have a record of his hiring. We have no record of his identity. We only have photos. Every school year, he appears in faculty ID cards. Always the same posture, same black suit, same gray tie, same pale expression, unsmiling but present. His name is never printed. Older staff believed it was a running joke, photoshopped yearbooks, edited attendance logs. Until he showed up in person. He arrives without warning, usually following a teacher's sudden absence. Sometimes the teacher called in sick. Sometimes they didn't call at all. Sometimes they were still teaching the class when he walked in. Students report his teaching style as quiet or weird. He rarely speaks unless spoken to, and even then, only answers in short, flat sentences. But he always knows every student's name, even the transfer kids, even the ones who never signed in. He always starts the lesson with the same words. Let's review, but the material is never familiar. One class reported being taught a math language no one remembered learning. When asked questions, he'd pause, smile faintly, and say, "You should already know this." A junior student from Lincoln High fainted during one of his lessons. When they woke up in the nurse's office, they asked, why was it night outside the classroom? It was 10:23 a.m. when a staff member attempted to escort him off school grounds. Surveillance footage showed the hallway cameras freezing for 11 minutes. When they resumed, the staff member was gone, and the substitute was in class, teaching as normal. Another time, he subbed for a kindergarten class. At the end of the day, the kids had drawn pictures of him. Every drawing showed the same thing. No face, just a circle, and black lines for eyes that were too long. One child's drawing had 6 arms. When asked, she said, "That's for when he needs to move faster." Faster for what? She didn't answer. He never eats. He never drinks. He never leaves through the front doors. The janitor once found him standing in a supply closet, facing the wall 2 hours after school had ended. If you ask him what subject he teaches, he always replies, "History. You'll see." We attempted to remove him from the substitute database. The system crashed. When it rebooted, his name was listed for every school in the district for the next 40 years. Last week, he arrived early. Earlier than the absent teacher even reported being sick. The class hadn't been canceled yet. He stood outside the door and waited. He knocked once, smiled at the camera, and said, "You're not ready yet, but you will be." Security footage shows his face slowly turning to look at the camera, but none of the students saw him move. If he arrives at your school, do not make eye contact. Do not ask what year it is. Do not follow him when he walks out, because sometimes he doesn't walk out. He waits until you ask him to teach again. And if you do, class never ends.